everyone, it's Tanny Games here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with a Discord Dreamsnaps review video. Sorry for the delay on this. If you didn't see the community post, I unfortunately have COVID right now. I am on the mend, I would probably say, but I'm still struggling a bit, so I do apologise. I had wanted to film a bunch of videos and I just don't have any energy, so I really apologise for that. I want to focus on getting better so I can like push out content to you guys and everything like that. So forgive my probably the lack of quality in the videos and also the delay in the videos and everything, but I do want to do a Dreamsnaps review video because yeah, just I want to show off everyone's creative submissions. So we're going to be looking at the villainous ones. I forget which theme that was called. Hold on. Okay, so it was the Something Wicked. So I knew it was a villain themed one. It says channel your favorite villain and transform the valley into your very own domain. So this was a very villain focused one. So I'm very excited to see what the Discord community has come up with. I mean, why am I saying that? I know what they've come up with. It's awesome. It's awesome. I've already seen them. But I'm going to show you them so you guys can appreciate them too. So let's hop right over to Discord and get straight in. Now, before I get started with the Discord submissions, I would just like to say it would help me out so much if you could leave a little like and a comment on the video. It helps my channel out so much. And if you're not subscribed, please do so. It's amazing how many people watch my content without being subscribed. So if you could subscribe, it would mean the world to me. But let's not waste any more time and have a look. We're going to start off with Pupster here. So he put, well, here is my submission. I know it looks simple, but I cannot tell you what a pain in the ass it was to coordinate and choreograph all the players. I honestly hope it was worthwhile. It was Luca's concept and it was the best I could do. And honestly, this is amazing. Hold on. Sorry, I just needed to bring the photo down because I realised I'd accidentally cropped it out a little bit there. But this is amazing. I love how you've got Eric and Ariel captive. You know, you're clearly very villainous. I love the smirk, the evil like sneer on your face. You've got Vanessa here, certainly very Ursula vibes. All in all, I think you've come up with such a great concept here, and I love how you've trapped Eric and Ariel, so it's like you're victorious in your plan. I think that's such a great idea. And look at Vanessa there, she's so proud, you can tell. She's like, yes, we did it, we finally did it. You know, she's so proud. So I love this. I think this is great, very clear theme. Yeah, amazing job. Next up, we have Winter Dragonfly, who said, not my best work, I know, but I literally had to throw this together at the last second on a borrowed Steam Deck, which I've never used. Anyway, Maleficent has cursed baby Aurora and is strutting off feeling triumphant. Can you tell that's supposed to be a crib in the back right corner? And this is amazing. I absolutely adore this. I love how you've got the kind of king and queen in the background. You've got the three fairies in their three different colours, which is great. And you've got Maleficent front and centre. And look at that smirk on her face. She is so proud. This is Maleficent's world and we're all just living in it. And I love the little touch of the spindle on the left hand side as well. I think that was such a cute little trick that you did there. I love this. I think it's great. And given that you put it together kind of last minute and obviously in a rush using a Steam Deck, which Steam Decks aren't the easiest to control when you're not used to them. I think you've done amazing work here, and I can certainly read that it's Maleficent. I can see that you got the three fairies, so I think definitely the vibes that you try to have come across have done so. So I think you've done an amazing job with this. And then we have Blush Danielle, Something Wicked entry. And I love this, the kind of symmetry between the two thrones. Both, like, you've got Vanessa there and obviously you in more of an Ursula inspired fit. What I love about this is it really feels like it's underwater. I don't know what flooring this is that you've used. I'm not sure if it's the cork flooring or something else, but it actually looks like sand, and you've really utilized that well. And with the little touches of the actual sand piles, the shells and everything like that, like, this looks like it's underwater, and I think this is how, like, we could do like an underwater kind of biome concept, in that it doesn't actually have to physically be underwater so long as it looks like it's underwater. So I think this is a great idea. You've got all the lush foliage here, all the plants and everything like this. So, and I love that you've gone with the darker wallpaper rather than the bright blue one, just again to kind of lean into that evil theme. Yeah, it's definitely like it's Ursula's underwater lair, it's her underwater biome. So I think you've done a great job with this submission. I really like it. Next up, we have MellyB, who I think we'd seen a couple of posts from MellyB already, but well, I say already in the Discord. Like, I think there was a couple that MellyB had posted, but MellyB's wrote, "Hi Tanny, took your advice and kept the idea of my tangled inside shot, just tweaked it a little, so this is my final shot." And I adore this. I think it's so good. Like, obviously your character is so obviously Mother Gothel, but what I love about this is that you've made your own like Rapunzel character, and the way you've set up the lighting, it actually looks like her hair is glowing, which I think is so cool. You've obviously got like a cauldron here, you've got the iconic mirror, all the little activities for what Rapunzel does while she's locked in the castle, not in the castle, in the tower, sorry. But yeah, it just works very like well. Like, this looks like it could be a scene from the movie, and how you frame the curtains, like it's as if Rapunzel's looking out to watch the lanterns and everything like that. So I think you've done really well with this concept and this setup. Certainly screams Mother Gothel. Like I said, it looks like it could be taken straight from the movie. I think you've done really well here, and the framing of the shot is really good as well. Like, the pop of these flowers here just at the front, it's just beautiful. So well done on that. Now next we have Effervescent, who put, "I did my fiance's dream snap this week and he does not have much at all, so here's my other interpretation of Something Wicked." And I love this, that you've got Scrooge there in the chair, you've got the gold bar, or maybe it's an iron bar, I'm not entirely sure, but that's on the table, and the scroll, and Scrooge is there like counting his money. Like, this is just perfect. This is how you do something outside of the box but still on theme. Like, this is so good. It kind of ticks all the boxes and it's hilarious, which I love. I love that you're just kind of playing into humor here, which I think is a really great idea. Honestly, I think this is a great concept. You've obviously come to Scrooge to barter for a loan or a deal or something like that. And we all know Scrooge is the most evil person in the village, since he never gives us what we want in his Scrooge store. So I think you have done an amazing job with your fiance's submission. Honestly, I'm going to riot if this doesn't do well, because this is so good. Like, I just 10 out of 10, amazing submission. Okay, and next up we have Granny Gamer, who put, "Was able to create this week's submission largely due to Tanny's video on camera tricks. Could never have gotten the entire castle into frame or the neat coloration without it. Thanks, Tanny." Honestly, thank you for watching my video. It means a lot to me. I did work hard on that video. I know there's lots of other things I could have added to it, but I'm glad that it helps. I produce this content, not only is it fun for me, but I love that I can help the community and everything. So, and this submission is just wonderful. It is so beautiful. I love the lighting, the glow, all the kind of like smoky haze with the green and everything like that. Even the pink plants giving off that glow. It's just so beautiful. And it really works for like Maleficent when you think of her green flames and everything like that when she turns into the dragon. I think this is just absolutely gorgeous. The framing of the shot is beautiful. The moon peeking behind the scary castle there is so good, and obviously all the fawns in the background, you can tell the castle is kind of swamped or surrounded by these fawns, and I think it's great. Honestly, I love it. I love the depth. I think this picture's so beautiful, and yeah, I just love to see this, and it really warms my heart that my video helped someone out. So I'm really pleased with your submission, and I hope it does well. It's a beautiful submission. Okay, next up we have Princess Star Butterfly. You put, okay, updated it just a little bit, switched out Ariel for Belle, Dorothy, added some more munchkins, aliens, rearranged the three best friends just a little bit, added some flying monkeys, crows, and showed Toto just a little bit more and fixed the light so it wasn't so washed out in green. So you've gone for the evil witch, the witch of the west, witch of the east, I forget, but yeah, the evil witch in Wizard of Oz. I don't know why my mind went blank there, but I love this. You've got Wally as like Tin Man, you've got the Cowardly Lion, you got the Scarecrow. What I love, and you pointed it out in your comments, was how you've used this award statue in the background here as the feet for the witch with the ruby slippers, which I thought was incredible. I didn't even notice it at first until your comment when you mentioned it in the Discord, and I was just like, oh my god, that is such a neat trick. Like, that's so cool. Like, I wish I'd noticed it sooner. I love how you've used Belle as Dorothy. I think the outfit really works for a Dorothy outfit. So I think you've done a really good job. And obviously you got Elsa here as the good witch. Is it Glinda, I think? I used to watch Wizard of Oz a lot as a kid, and for some reason my mind's blank as to all the character names. But I love this. You've got the enchanted broom here to act as like the witch's broom, and obviously all the apples from the iconic scene when they're throwing the apples and everything. So I love this. I think it's really good. I like the green haze that goes with it. I think all in all, you've done a great job, and obviously you've got the yellow brick road here as well. I think it's very clear the concept that you've got, and I think this works really well. So I'm sure it will do amazingly in Dreamsnaps. And next up we have CH Teacher, who has basically done the evil queen from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. You did have the Seven Dwarfs put out, although I think the seventh dwarf has just cut off slightly here now. But I love this picture. You've used Kristoff as like the prince. You've got the poison apple at the front. Like, this is just such a clever concept, and I do love it, and I like the direction you've gone with. And obviously we can imagine that poor Snow White is here in this coffin, bless her. But I do love this. I think this works really well, the setup of the forest and everything. So, and I love the use of the little Mickey Sorcerer's Apprentice kind of outfit statues for the dwarfs. I think that's really great. So I think you've done a very good job at this. So I will just show you this from MellyB. So these were the initial submissions from MellyB, because I know I mentioned earlier that, you know, MellyB had posted in the Discord and we talked about it. So this was the original concept, and then there was also an outside concept where it looked like she was hiding the golden flower. But I do think the indoor concept was so good. It just, that vibrant gold lit up hair is just beautiful. So honestly, I think you did an amazing job with that. Whichever direction it's gone in, like, I think you've done a great job. I did say I liked the first one, and I do agree with that. So I think you've done amazing. And now we're going to go have a look at klsfantasy, who's put, I'm so proud of myself for this challenge. I'm not very good at creating depth in my pictures, but I think I outdid myself. Scar was laying down at one point next to me, but I was too slow / waiting for the perfect moment. Now he won't do it anymore, and I've been waiting for about an hour and a half. I don't think I'm going to worry about it since I have other games to play. Honestly, that can be gut-wrenching when you're waiting for that one perfect shot. So generally, I try not to get too hung up on things like that. I think it's quite clear where you're at with this. In all honesty, it looks like you could be offering that squirrel up to Scar right now. Like, here you go, sir. Enjoy your meal. But I love the touch of the two little cubs in the background, reminiscent of Simba and Nala in the early start of the film when they go to the elephant graveyard. You've got the little cookery things. I don't know what they're called, but the volcanic spouts with the green fog coming from them. You've got them dotted about in a few places, which I think is really good. And you've got the wildebeest remains, if I can talk. But I love the kind of juxtaposition of the very dead plants closer to where the elephant mammoth skull head thing is, and then you've got a bit more greenery, a bit more life towards the front, so it's kind of still creating that kind of dead zone. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, this kind of area that's kind of had life drained from it compared to the lush landscape towards the front. But I love how your character looks. I love that it kind of ties into Scar, the dark hair, the little cat ears, the I don't know if it's called a Scar jacket, but I do love that jacket. I think that works really, really well. So I think your outfit really complements the theme and the Scar villainous idea. So I love this. I think this is great and a great homage to Scar as a villain. So well done. You did an amazing job with this submission. Okay, next up we have Chloe, who's put, this is my final submission and I'm much happier. Thanks for all the feedback, but also this is the colour difference. Fair enough, I'm on an OLED, but surely sending it to my device shouldn't dull it this much. So this was a discussion because of the Switch graphics and the sort of change in between devices and things like that. So Switch is Switch, it's a bit of a pain. But I do love this submission. Again, a really great Scar submission. I love the little touch of the wildebeest remains that you've got dotted around. The dead fish on the floor is so funny. I just think that's hilarious and brilliant. You've got Scar's stove and his lounging rock, but you've kind of made, although you've got this kind of lush grass, you've made it a bit more wicked and evil with the fawns and everything. So I think you did a really great job with that. I love the outfit, very similar to the last one as well. You got the cat ears, but I love the bright blonde hair of your character. I think this is a great submission, a great homage to Scar, and I think this will do well. So you've done a great job here. And next up we have Hope Chili, who also did a Gaston pose, and I do want to thank you, Hope Chili, for allowing me to take the idea of the three ladies and use them in my updated Gaston concept, because I did go for Gaston. But I love your setup. You've gone for a tavern as well. You've got all the deer heads on the wall. You did the three girls here, which was an amazing choice, and thank you very much for allowing me to steal that idea. I love how Gaston looks. I think it's a really great outfit you've put together for him, and you've actually used Belle in your submission, which I didn't do, so I think that's a really lovely touch. And I love how you've included, is it LeFou? I'm sure his name's LeFou, but you've included him as well, and look at that smirk on your character. He's so happy. You can tell this is the villain that's won, you know, he's victorious. You know, this is Gaston's world, and he's got Bella's his wife. He's been victorious or something, and I love this. I think it's a great submission. You've obviously got the rustic bar kind of tables and everything, which I love, and I love all the mugs there, which kind of symbolize like little jugs of beer, steins of beer, however you want to call it. Very rustic, very cabin vibes. So I love this. I think this is a great job. It makes me so happy to see another Gaston submission, because honestly, I loved creating my Gaston submission. I think it was so great. So yeah, I love this one. 10 out of 10. And today I think we're gonna end on CH Teacher's original concept, which was this one, which is Mother Gothel. I love how you've used the enchanted rose as the flower. You've made this really kind of cozy setup. I do love this, and I think it's a really cute submission. I love the setup of the house. It feels like a Tangled house. But I love that you changed your submission to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I think you move from kind of cozy, adorable witch in the wood vibes to a more villainous and wicked vibe. So even though this was your original submission, I think you really developed it in a way. Even though you went to a different character, I think you made a great change. And I think sometimes you have to do that. Some weeks you just need to change your ideas and things like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I love this submission. I think it's great, but I definitely love the submission that you did later on when you changed to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So I just wanted to kind of show that off and see how ideas can develop, you know, just in case anyone's watching and they feel bad, they feel like they spiral a lot, or if they feel like, you know, they change their ideas so much. You can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. And honestly, sometimes it helps, you know, to develop and change your ideas or go in a different direction. There's no harm in that. So but I did want to point out this picture because it was an adorable picture. I love this setup. I think it's very cute, so I kind of wanted to show it off. Now, lastly, as a little surprise for making it to the end of this video, I want to showcase a couple of submissions that I've come across while voting, because I have been doing quite a bit of voting and there's been some really great and unique ideas. So I wanted to show those off. So the first one I found was this one, which someone has set up a modern bed store with Scrooge. They've copied Scrooge's outfit. I love this. This is so brilliant. It's so funny. We all know what it's like when you go into Scrooge's shop and all he has is a bunch of modern furniture or double beds and things like that. So I think this is absolutely brilliant for the something wicked submissions. I did vote for this. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. So I wanted to kind of highlight this along with a couple of others just because they're so funny. Next up, we have this Mean Girl submission, which I thought was hilarious as well. Honestly, this is so clever. It's so funny. And this is what I love with Dreamsnaps sometimes, is just seeing the creativity of ideas like this. Like, this is just so good. It's so funny and so well done. Honestly, I think there's going to be real tough competition this week because there are so many amazingly funny and great submissions out there. Next up, we have a submission from klsfantasy, which I didn't find this one, but she did. And this is so hilarious. They've dressed up as Minnie. They have a Minnie themed room and it's full of clay. So some of you will probably know about the grind for clay with Minnie's Quest. I was actually quite fortunate. I had a lot of clay. I didn't struggle with that. I did struggle with, it was either the iron or the hardwood part of it. But a lot of people complained about the clay. And so I think this is just hilarious as a shared experience that we've all kind of gone through this outrage at Minnie and her demands for a ridiculous amount of clay. So I think this is brilliant. 10 out of 10. I would have voted for this if I'd have seen it, but I didn't come across it. But I just thought this was hilarious and worth showing off. And then we have two more submissions that I wanted to show off. This was one of the first submissions that I seen. And although I don't know what specific villain it's supposed to showcase, maybe it's just a generic villainous vibe, but it took my breath away. I was enamored with this photo, with this character. I'm in love with her. She is the moment. She is it. She is beautiful. I did vote for this. I love the willow trees. This is the kind of magical essence that I was trying to go for with my Glader Trust, my Fairy Core Glader Trust, when I used these trees. So I love this. I think this is absolutely stunning and beautiful, and the makeup and everything on this is just absolutely stunning. I don't know whose submission it is, but this is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So well done on that. And then I also wanted to show off this submission which I came across, which I thought was hilarious as well. This is Clayton from Tarzan. I'm not a big fan of Tarzan. It's one of my least favourite Disney films. I'm not gonna lie. I know a lot of people love it, but it's just not for me. But this just, as soon as I saw it, I knew what it was. Instantly knew. And it's just such a great frame shot. It's kind of like the campsite where the Porters, is Porter their surname, where they're kind of set up and everything like that. So I love this. I think this is a great submission, and it feels one of a kind, which I love about it as well. So I hope this does well in the voting process. But that's it for this week's Discord review. I hope you enjoyed seeing these submissions and the extra surprise submissions at the end that I found whilst voting. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to leave it a like and subscribe to the channel if you're not. It would mean the world to me. If you want to be a part of the Discord Dreamsnaps review videos, please join my Discord. The link will be in the description below, and you can join, share your submissions, and I can't wait to show them off. But thank you so much, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!